Good morning and welcome to Morning Thoughts for this Saturday, the 3rd of October. For those of you who looked for an evening thoughts last evening, I apologize. I realized this morning when I went online that it did not post. Not sure just why, but it didn't, so I apologize for that. Anyway, it's Saturday morning, and a reminder, tomorrow is Communion Sunday at church. Those who are there will be participating in the Lord's Supper, and we invite those who are following along online to have a cup and a piece of bread that you might celebrate with us. Maybe not in person, but virtually. We'd be glad to have you celebrate the Lord's Supper with us. Our reading this morning is Psalm 90, verses 1 through 4. Lord, you have been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever you had formed the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. You return man to dust, and say, Return, O children of man. For 1,000 years in your sight are but as yesterday when it is past, or as a watch in the night. I'd like to share a reading from Nicholas Walterstorff, who is an Old Testament scholar. This writing is a selection from Lament for a Son. He and his wife lost a son at age 25, and this is part of his dealing with it. We took him too much for granted. Perhaps we all take each other too much for granted. The routines of life distract us. Our own pursuits make us oblivious. Our anxieties and sorrows unmindful. The beauties of the familiar go unremarked. We do not treasure each other enough. Eric was a gift to us for 25 years. When the gift was finally snatched away, I realized how great it was. Then I could not tell him. An outpouring of letters arrived, many expressing appreciations for Eric. They all made me weep again, each word of praise a stab of loss. How can I be thankful in his goneness for what he was? I find I am. But the pain of the no more outweighs the gratitude of the once was. Will it always be so? I don't know how much I loved him until he was gone. Is love like that? Again, Nicholas Walterstorff. Kind of like that when we look at Jesus. I think those who were with him physically realized what they had lost when he was gone, but then he promised not to stay gone, and for that we're thankful. As we observe Lord's Supper tomorrow, we are reminded of his presence with us still spiritually. Let us always remember him and the love that he is, even though he's not with us physically. Thank you for joining me this morning, and we look forward to seeing you this evening if it works, if not tomorrow. Okay. Goodbye now. Have a good Saturday. Bye-bye.